didn't see any of this coming. I would have never in a million years. Like seeing all these insane penthouses and all these beautiful homes in New York. And I'm like, this is where I need to be. Like, if I'm going to do it, I might as well just do it big. So you have to like really work hard, put your best foot forward, be sharp, always be knowledgeable. And most importantly is just show up. I was an artist.
Oh, you were a singer?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
Put me in the studio all day, I'll create. But like the pressure of just having to look good all the time, that's not me. I like to walk out of my house like sweatpants, hair in a bun, and just like go about my business. Filming was especially challenging. And I was in shock. I think we were all in shock. Like, what the fuck is happening? It was crazy. I feel like we're just at the tip of the iceberg right now. There's still so much to be done. There's so much to do.
She is a powerhouse in the luxury real estate world, making waves in New York and New Jersey's most prestigious markets. With a background in the music industry and a passion for curating exceptional client experiences, she brings a unique blend of strategy, style, and sophistication to every deal. Now a star on Netflix selling the city, she has built a reputation for working with high net worth individuals specializing in opulent penthouses and elite properties. She is a devoted mother and a proud Latina from Elizabeth, New Jersey. She's a testament to resilience, turning life's challenges into opportunities. Bilingual in English and Spanish, she brings a global perspective to her work. Supported by an international network of individuals, she sees real estate as a high-stakes chess game in stilettos, navigating it all with grace, expertise, and an undeniable flair. Please welcome to the show, Gisselle Meneses Nunez to the show. Woo!
Thank you so much for having me.
I'm so excited to have you on the show, of course.
The sound effects.
We do have a live audience too, by the way. There's like a whole three people up in here. You can't see them in the background, but okay, first of all, I just want to say before the show came out, like I kind of already knew about the show just because the obvious reasons, but also I'm like, okay, who's the Latina? I need to know her right now. Oh, I love it. Oh my gosh. Thank you so much for being here.
No problem. I'm so happy to be here. I told you I've been watching Selling the OC since the beginning. I've been watching Selling Sunset since the beginning. And it's definitely, it's an honor to be here and be speaking with you, especially knowing that you're a Latina just like me. And I know there's a lot of synergy here, so I'm excited to be here.
Yes, absolutely. So, okay, well, with that being said, did you see this coming? Like, did you have any idea that this was going to be your life now? Like, how long have you been in real estate? How did this even come to pass? Like, I want to know how this all happened for you.
Okay, I 1000%. I didn't see any of this coming. I would have never in a million years thought that this would be happening to me. I actually had stepped away from the limelight and like being on the cameras and things like that. I was in the music industry and I was feeling a lot of pressure from my team. At the time, I was like working with an all-male team, and it was always like, you have to look good at all times, do TikToks, do this, do that. And I was like, dude, this is not for me. Put me in the studio all day, I'll create. But like the pressure of just having to look good all the time, that's not me. I like to walk out of my house like sweatpants, hair in a bun, and just like go about my business. And I was I think it was like 2021, I decided, so I was in sales. I left the music industry and I got into exotic car sales.
Okay, really quick. So I know you're a music industry, but what did you do?
I was an artist.
Oh, you were a singer?
Mhm. Yeah. Hmm.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
Yeah. I have songs. I still have people to this day who are like, drop more music, but I still have songs like sitting in my phone. Like I have a catalog. I just completely like, I don't know. I never decided to put it out. I just kind of moved forward.
Hmm. I apologize. I don't know anything about anyone. I just got a TV for the first time just when my show came out, just because I was like, maybe I
Hmm.
should get a TV. But that's it. Like, I'm the worst person. So I apologize. But
No,
go
it's
on.
okay.
Sorry.
No, it's fine. So basically, yeah, so I decided to get into real estate in 2021, and my thought process behind that was like, I wanted to be a woman of like, I wanted people of substance. I wanted to have depth. I wanted people to respect me. I felt like in the music industry, a lot of it is about just like looking good and like, I don't know. I wasn't into it. And so
Yeah.
I decided to get into real estate. I had people behind me that were like really pushing me to get into that field who thought I would do well. And I've always loved real estate and interior design and architecture and things of that nature. So I decided to pursue that, thinking, okay, like I want to pursue real estate and really I wanted my niche kind of to be like New Jersey and where I'm from and the city where I was living, which was Bergen County. And I wanted to like really focus on that. And so I started doing real estate in 2021
In New
and
Jersey.
in New Jersey. When I first started, I was in New Jersey. I was in Bergen County, and I was actually, my broker was my boyfriend at the time, who's now my ex-boyfriend. He's really the one that kind of like pushed me to do it. He was my broker. And when we broke up, obviously it just felt awkward being there. So I was like, okay, I need to look for a new brokerage. I wanted to kind of move forward and close that chapter. And a friend of mine, a really good friend of mine, said, I have a woman whose name is Eleonora Srugo, and she's looking for a realtor in New Jersey. She wants to partner with someone in New Jersey because she has business and she needs someone to tend to that business, someone that she can trust. And so I started to talk with Eleonora over the phone. I had no idea who she was. I knew nothing about her. I was like interviewing all these different brokerages and realtors. And after meeting her for the first time, I was like, you know what? Like this is a really good fit. You know, the vibe checked out, like everything was good. She was about her business. She was a woman of the kind of the caliber that like I could see myself working with her and for her. Um and so I signed on to Douglas Elliman in 2022, late 22, and we did some deals in New Jersey together. And then she kept pushing me to get my license in New York. And I was with her, I was shadowing her a lot around the time. So I was like
Mm-hmm.
seeing all these insane penthouses and all these beautiful homes in New York. And I'm like, this is where I need to be. Like, if I'm going to do it, I might as well just do it big and do it the right way. So she pushed me to get my license in New York. And
And
then,
then,
yeah, so then
sorry, I didn't mean
no,
to
it's
interrupt.
okay. It's okay. She did mention to me something about Netflix, but to me, it was like, I don't know, it was never real. I never really believed it. Literally, up until like the first day that we were filming the pilot, and Adam DeVello came in and like did a little speech, and I was like, oh shit, this is real. I'm like, this is actually happening.
So you came from New Jersey already doing real estate to New York because number one, Eleonora pushed you to do it, which thank goodness she did.
Yeah.
And then, but it was also you coming for the show.
So initially, it was not just for the show. It was actual like,
Oh,
yeah, we were getting together to actually like work together because she had clients in New Jersey. She has friends that are like developers and contractors in New Jersey, and
okay.
she wanted to be able to still make that money somehow. You know, to still break bread with them, but she was only licensed in New York. So she needed to
Okay.
partner with a New Jersey agent so that she could still have, you know, the business under her umbrella.
So, where do you live right now?
I live in New Jersey.
Oh, that's where I got confused
Yes.
because I thought you lived in New York. That's why I'm
No.
like, when did you come out to New York? So you live in but you went to New York to film,
So
obviously.
I've always been to New York. Always. I've always been going to New York. I live in New Jersey. So I live literally like, so New York is made out of boroughs, different boroughs. Have you ever been to New York?
S-
Okay.
no.
I get what you're thinking.
That she's like, wait a minute. Have you even
I
been on
get it.
this side of the country?
Okay.
No, I haven't.
Okay, we gotta change that. We gotta get you to New York.
I know. I
We
know.
do
I,
come to
by the
New York.
way, yes, I just spoke to Eleonora, by the way, and I
Okay.
told her I've never been to New York. And she's like, what?
What planet are what planet are you living on?
Oh my gosh, I need to get out. I was born and raised in California. Oh Lord.
I love California. California is great. But you
Okay,
gotta
so you've
get
been
have to visit the East Coast at some point. Come on.
I know, I know. Listen, I've been to Georgia, Atlanta, Georgia. I've been to Florida multiple times. I've been to Tennessee, but that's I think I went to Maryland one time when I was 13 years old, but I
Yeah.
know. I need to go on the East Coast. I've been told multiple times that I give off East Coast vibes. I never knew what that meant until last year when I actually started going on that side of the country. And I'm like, oh,
Uh-huh.
everyone is really cool and chill and blunt. I can see why people think I'm from the
Yeah.
East Coast.
I can see that. I
So,
can see the East Coast vibes in you. That's why
I
I'm like,
love it.
oh,
I'm so
I've never been to New York.
I I know. Okay, well, we're gonna make that happen, and when I do, I'm gonna call you as well, and we're all gonna hang
Please
out,
do.
and we're gonna have. Apparently, Eleanor needs to get out more, so we gotta take her out.
Yes. Well, she's been out and about lately. I'm like, girl, I cannot keep up. It is a lot. She's been, but no, but it's good. She's doing it because she's like out here doing her thing.
Good,
So as she should.
good.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm sorry. So go ahead and break down to me about New York, New Jersey, and I guess they're not that far from each other,
Okay.
but go ahead.
Yes. So let me break it down for you.
Okay.
New York is made up out of boroughs, right? Manhattan is an island, right? It's a small island, and around this island there is the Hudson River, and then there's also the East River, which is what on the other side of the East River you have Queens. It's all islands. It's
Okay.
Queens.
Oh.
You have Brooklyn. You have the Bronx. There's a little small island called Governor's Island, and then New Jersey is on the other side of the Hudson River, and it's literally like for me to get here, it's literally like a 20-minute drive. Yeah,
Oh my God. I was thinking you're in a different state.
there.
I'm like, wait,
Well, I
you,
am in a different state, but it's right
but
there.
like,
It's so
yeah.
easy. It's so easy.
What?
I grew up coming to New York. I would just hop on the bus and I would be in New York in like 10, 15 minutes. Or you hop on a train and the train is like one stop. You're in New York.
That is amazing. Okay, my mind is blown. Wow. Shows how much I
Right.
know.
It's great. And especially like in this business and real estate, it's nice because I have the duality where like there's plenty of clients who are constantly relocating, whether it's from New Jersey to New York or whether it's from New York to New Jersey. A lot of times I get clients from New York who are looking to expand because now they're having children or they want a nice backyard for their dogs to run around in. So they come over to Jersey and if you still can make it to work every day and you don't have to worry about, driving for an hour. It's so
Got
easy.
it. Okay. Oh my gosh. Thank you for breaking
Yes,
that down. Oh my
no
goodness.
problem. You can think of it like New Jersey is the suburbs of the city. The city is Manhattan.
Oh,
That's the
okay.
best way to put it, I guess, in a sense.
Yeah, that helps. So you were born and raised in New Jersey. Um, Tell us a bit about your upbringing and cultural background. I know you are a single mother. Like, tell me a little bit about more of your like family dynamic.
Okay. So I was born in Cuba and my dad brought us here in 1994. It was my dad, my mom, my two older brothers. I'm the baby of the family and I'm the only girl. And yeah, he brought us to New Jersey. I've pretty much been in Jersey ever since. I've only left New Jersey twice. which is I lived in Arizona for a little while, and I lived in Hawaii, and then I came back. Because there's no, there's no place like home, and Jersey is like nothing is. I can't, like, I've been to California. I love it. I love Cali, but I can't be
Yeah.
there for more than like 2 weeks because then I'm like, oh, I got to get back home. It's different.
But
I feel.
what is it about New Jersey, New York do you love more than Cali, more than Hawaii? Like
I know. Oh
what
my
is it about
girl,
the East Coast?
when it rains in Hawaii, people have no idea what they're doing. Like the
Same thing
driving,
with Cali.
the service is slow. Like if I go sit at a restaurant, here in New York, it's so quick. You sit, you get your food, your coffee, your lunch, you're done, in and out, 25 minutes. You know what I'm saying? 30 minutes. In Cali, it's everybody's just more
What?
laid back. Life is a little more chill. I mean, listen, it's good. Sometimes, sometimes we need that, but
Mm,
I'm not used to it. I'm used to, like, you gotta be sharp and quick and like the hustle, and it's just a part of, I guess,
wow.
style here.
Okay, I for sure need to go to New York. Put that on my to-do list this year. What? That is, I love that. I really do. But I've always been on the go anyways, regardless. Even though I'm in California, single mom, always worked 3 jobs.
There you
So
go.
it's very normal. Go, go,
Yeah.
go, go all the time.
Yep.
um, so that's amazing. My next question was how'd you get into real estate? But you're kind of explaining about Eleonora connecting with her, which by the way, I could tell she really adores you. Like she genuinely cares about you.
I love
And I
her.
love, yeah. I
She's
so how long mhm.
Go ahead, I'll let you go.
I'm so sorry. There is, and I know my listeners are going to be so mad at me. I'm sorry, but there is a lag on this audio, you guys. So it sounds like I'm interrupting her, but I'm not. So please give me grace. um, how long now have you been working with Eleonora? And I'm assuming you guys are just gonna, keep building this team together, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Mm-hmm.
So I've been working with Eleanor now since 2022, and we have become very close, right? As it's easy, like you're working together every day in an office and you're building the team together. I was actually the first person to come on board for the team, so I've seen it all transition
Mm-hmm.
and grow kind of to what it is today. It's definitely been a journey to get here, but
Mm-hmm.
I'm just as she's my mentor, and just as I'm very proud of her, just the same way that she's
Mm-hmm.
proud of us, and the way, like, I'm super proud of her. I see what she puts into this, and it's not as
Mm-hmm.
easy as she makes it seem. Definitely
Mm-hmm.
not. She makes it look easy in a sense. Everything feels very, or looks very seamless, but there are a lot of moving parts within the team, within this business, within the show, the filming. Filming was
Mm-hmm.
especially challenging, for
Mm-hmm.
sure.
Mm-hmm.
Managing, all the different emotions of everyone on the team, the different emotions of just the scenes that we're filming, and things of that nature. Um, but Eleonora is great, and we love her, and she treats us like family. She looks
Yeah.
after us. She definitely does not hold back. She will tell you like it is, whether you like it or not. And but I think that's why we love her so much, because we know, like,
Mm-hmm.
she's real, and you know what you're getting. There's no, like, she's not faking it. There's nothing that's going
Mm-hmm.
on behind your back, you know?
Yeah, absolutely. So when you say it was challenging while filming, I'm assuming you mean because obviously I know the time you have to put in and the emotion is tiring mentally, emotionally. Is that kind of what you're talking about
Yeah, for
as
sure.
far as just yeah, challenging with your guys' work? Um, uh, because you guys actually work.
Yeah.
Sorry. I couldn't help myself.
I know. People don't know. People think, you have no idea how many comments I've seen. People are like, what does she even do? Like, has she even
To
closed the
you?
deal? Yeah. They're like, has she even closed the deal? What does she do? Does she even work? I'm like, dude, I can't. Like,
Mm,
but yeah, no, filming, we're like, it's like managing two full-time jobs, right? You have to
yeah.
manage the filming schedule. You have to manage like your clients around that schedule. Sometimes you're like waiting to, to know like, is it going to be this time, this day, or this time and this day? I've
Mm-hmm.
even towards the end, they were like kind of they needed more scenes with me in it, so they were just like throwing things in there, and
Mm,
it was like very last minute. So I'm like, moving things around, and then emotionally too, like you said. Um,
yeah.
yeah, it's a lot. So there was definitely a lot of anxiety.
Yeah. And I could tell just because of my experience, I know. I'm like, ooh, there's probably something that happened that caused this or whatever, just because, I have experience in the filming part. But that scene with, can I bring it up? Justin? Is
You
it
could
Justin?
definitely bring it up.
I'm sure people are coming, after you. I think you mentioned a little bit about people like saying that you're entitled or whatever.
Yeah.
First of all, I just want to make it very clear. Uh, I knew you were joking, by the way. He was being a little bit too sensitive. Let's be real, you guys.
Yeah.
But I would love for you to kind of break down that scene because I'm sure you're getting a lot of responses to that.
Oh my God. Yeah, that was the one. And even like on press day, that was the one question we kept getting, and I'm like, oh, but yeah, no, there was a lot that happened behind the scenes that was I felt it was out of context on the
Mm,
show. Like people still had so many questions. Basically what happened was he had a broker's open that the team was supposed to go to. I think a lot of us didn't show up that day.
mm,
I can't remember why I wasn't able to make it, but I wasn't able to make it. There's plenty of times
mm-hmm,
where there's like events and brokers opens and open houses, and like, listen, I have an entire family that I take care of. And sometimes like I'm not going to be able to make it. It is just the way it is. The
mm-hmm,
second time I did he did invite me to come, and I did schedule with him. I told him I would be there, and then I had an emergency and I couldn't make it the second time. Then I wanted to schedule something because there were other people on the team who still hadn't seen it. And so I wanted to schedule something where we could all go, and I wanted to like put it in the books and make sure to make it there because I knew that like he was feeling some type of way. I wanted to see it. Obviously, it's a beautiful penthouse. And
mm-hmm.
so I tried to schedule that, and he was just like giving me the cold shoulder at this point. So there's like I
Mm,
set up a group text with just the team, and I added Justin to it, and I basically asked in the group text like, "Hey guys, what's up? When is everyone available? When can we get together to see Madison House?" Now at this point, I'm thinking like, I've known Justin for some time now through Eleonora, and he's cool. We talk, we joke around. Like I didn't really think he was going to be super sensitive about it, and I didn't think that he's someone that I have to be extra professional with, where like it has to be written corporate like in an email. I thought I could just shoot out a text, get a response, and
mm,
make it happen. But by
yeah.
this point, I guess he was already in his feelings, and so then it became this big thing where like Eleonora was upset because she's like, Giselle, like you know how Justin is. It's like, why didn't you send the email? Because she's very strict about certain things. Like she likes to maneuver and move a certain way. And I get it. Like we all represent her at the end of the day. Like
Mm-hmm,
we're under her umbrella. So the way we move um represents her, I guess. And so
mm-hmm.
she was pissed. She was not happy. And Justin was just
Oh.
making it way bigger of a deal than it was. So what happened was that day at my party, um, I definitely had a couple drinks. And I think when I approached him, I was a little aggressive, but I was also just poking him. And I'm like, dude, like,
Yeah.
I didn't really think it was that deep. Like, come on, get over yourself. It should have never been that deep in the first place. But I know that,
Mm-hmm.
like, so whatever. So I was having the conversation with him. He's like, oh, this and that. But I text you on this day. I'm like, bro, you text me on the day of, in the middle, during filming season, during like a bunch of things that we're doing. He texts me the day of one day on a random day asking me if I could be there at 2:30, I think it was. He was asking me because he said he could show me. He was going to be with a client there. And I couldn't make it. So I told him I couldn't. I was busy that day. I guess that to
Mm.
him was like, okay, strike three, you're out.
Ah,
So so yeah, so I guess that's what we were speaking about on
okay.
my birthday that day. And
Okay.
honestly, like, I'm not an emotional person. I can be, but I get over things quick.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that I did not expect Justin to be like, I don't know. He says all these things like, "Oh, girls would be girls," but like he acts more like a girl than we do. Like, I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
I just didn't think it ever had to be that deep.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, made great TV.
I guess so. I guess so. And then like I
Is
found out
there
he like unfollowed me, like took it to the max. I'm like, dude,
no? That's how you know it's real.
that's how you
Oh,
know it's real.
jeez. Oh,
Yeah.
jeez. Well, yeah, well, does he still work in the same office? Like, is he like legit right across from you guys?
So he's at the downtown office in Tribeca because we have two offices.
Got it.
So, like I've
Okay.
seen him, but I just go about my day. Like I don't pay him no mind. Listen, I'm only gonna like be sensitive and open and whatever for I don't know. Like there's a time limit for me, and I feel like if you're like doing the most, all right, I'm over it, bro. Like it's not that deep.
Yeah.
And I did actually
Yeah.
end up seeing it. That's why I'm not. I was very surprised that he like unfollowed and was still mad because I literally have pictures
Mm.
of me there with him and he's like showing me the floor plans and we walk through it together. I
Mm.
showed up at one of his open houses without even like whatever and he was like he was happy, you know. He seemed like he was cool with it that I was there.
Mm.
So I don't know. I don't know. I guess
Oh,
Justin is someone that I am still trying to figure out, I guess. I don't know.
yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
jeez. I think you guys will be fine because you can. I mean, come on. And the pressures of filming and the show and emotions are heightened. And when you rewatch the show, it always like kind of takes you back to that moment, and you get fired
Mhm.
up again. You know, so maybe he just needs to go through it, and then he'll be okay, and then you guys will be friends.
Yeah. He'll be
But
fine.
yeah, he'll be
And
fine. Is there anything else about the show that you feel like was inaccurate or something that you want to kind of explain about something that's happened to you or anything?
um so I think that watching the show, I felt like there were a lot of scenes that we shot that did kind of give viewers like a better idea of who I am and like what I embody and what I represent as a woman, as a businesswoman, as a mother. And a lot of those scenes were cut out. And I did
Mm,
have a lot of my real life clients, celebrity clients, show up and like film with me. That never made it. So I think that it made me seem a little more green than what I really am. You know,
mm,
there were also times where I was like on the phone negotiating deals that actually ended up going through. Like that never made it. Which I get it. Everyone, you know, everyone has, there's a character or a role for everyone, right? The producers have an idea. At the end of the day, like they're the
mm,
professionals. They're the ones you know, that know how to make a show and how to get the audience to talk, which is exactly what's been going on. So I guess
mhm,
for me, not seeing like there was a scene that we shot where we were with all the girls and I spoke about, you know, my childhood and the way I grew up and like things that I experienced and it was like a really good scene. We all like I don't know, it was really emotional. I was a little sad that it
mm,
didn't make it because I'm like, damn, like that was a scene where we like all really connected and like it would have been something like beautiful for I feel like the world to see so they could maybe understand me and the reason why I'm so passionate about certain things or the reason why like I don't know. And then
mhm,
me and then also like the scene with Jordan where we were talking about Michael B. Jordan also I felt like was taken out of context in a sense because that scene was never that I was upset that I was not a part of that deal or anything like that. I
Mm.
think it was more so the fact that Jordan is my friend, my real life friend, and I felt a little betrayed because, she hid that information from me for some time, for about like a week or
Mm.
something. And then I found out through like, we were sitting at a dinner with a client, and then it was blurted out that she was like working with this person. I'm like, damn, you're my girl. Like, why didn't you just tell me? It's, you know? So,
Mm.
I think those were like the small things that I felt were taken out of context that should have been done different. But at the same time, I'm someone who's super understanding, and I get that the producers have a job, and their job is to create drama and to make the show a hit. And clearly they knew what they were doing because, we did hit top 3, top 10 globally. So, like, what do I sound like complaining? At the end of the day, it is what it is. I'll take it. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're here,
Yeah.
so it's all good.
That's amazing. I love that. Oh, you guys. Oh, I really love you guys. I really love your show. Like seriously.
Thank
I
you.
just yeah, that I'm just going to leave it at that cuz
No, I
yeah,
want to know. I
that's
want
all.
to know, like, what was your favorite? No, tell me your top 2 favorite like scenes, not people. I won't put you on the spot.
Oh, okay, good. I was like, don't do that to me.
No,
But if
top
if
2
it
favorite scenes.
if you really want to know, those top 2 is on my show. So, top 2 scenes. Okay, first of course, the grand final finale end which oh my gosh, when Jade was going after Netflix, first of
That
all,
finale.
they never allowed
He
that
broke that
before,
wall. No.
and she broke the wall. I was like, oh, this is so good. But
It was
maybe that paved
juicy. Yeah.
it's so juicy.
And being
Oh my
there in
gosh.
real life,
I
being there
know.
in
And it
real
was
life, I was just like, I didn't know. I wanted to laugh, smile, be like, "Oh my God, what is happening?" I don't even know. It was just like, and I was in shock. I think we were all in shock. Like, what the fuck is happening? It was crazy.
okay. I have to ask though, was that pretty accurate? Like, obviously, she got caught. She was about to get called out. She did not want that to be filmed. Is that accurate? Because she, oof, really? Ugh.
Yeah, I mean it's accurate. Listen, I think that um Abby had been trying to get a hold of Jade to have this conversation with her probably throughout the entire time we were filming. And then some way, somehow, like they were not, like Abby was supposed to be at my birthday, but she ended up being sick, not being able to make it. She kept like
Okay.
waiting for the perfect moment to like be able like to like have this conversation with Jade, and it just wasn't given to her until that last scene.
Yeah.
And I think that was really important for Abby. Like this was happening off camera, where basically like she, had this conversation with Jade, and she felt like it was important to share that information with Eleonora, and she wanted to call Jade out, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
But
Yeah. And I could tell it was a buildup.
yeah,
And I know what it's like to not get that opportunity, and we're not going to waste time explaining how that's possible, but there is moments in time where we don't have that opportunity, and we're filming and there's no other opportunity other than right now, and it's important, so I'm going to bring it up.
right.
I've been in that situation. I know other of my castmates have been in that situation. So, I mean, that was my favorite. The
Yeah,
ending though, come on. And I know you can't say anything, so I'm not even going to ask, but I hope that you guys get a season 2. Okay?
I hope
Because
so too. I hope so
I
too.
want to know.
We don't know yet. We don't know yet. But what's today? Oh my God.
To
There's a meeting. There's a meeting. They're having a meeting in the next couple of days, and God willing, we'll get an answer. So let's see.
Oh, you guys have like that 4-week mark, right? Or something?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, I know you. I know you guys are. I mean, I don't know, but I know. Oh my gosh, that is so good. Okay, I just lost my spot. Okay. Your daughter is such a big part of your life, obviously.
Yeah.
And I mean, single mama, that's another reason why you and I just felt so connected with you because I get it. I understand it. Being in the real estate industry, I mean, New York seems to be a whole different level. I mean, it's competitive here in South OC, but I can't even imagine like New York and how fast paced it is doing that. And I hate to say it, but it's the truth. Also, being Latina, I,
Right.
uh, I mean,
Yeah.
how do you manage and handle everything? And how's your daughter taking it? Like, how's that like? I really want to hear that side of your story.
Yeah. I mean, listen, my daughter is, first of all, she's 14 years old, so she's very aware of like everything going on. And she's super supportive of everything that I'm doing. She knows that like, I've sacrificed a lot and I feel like we're just at the tip of the iceberg right now. There's still so much to be done. There's so much to do. And she's very supportive. She's the best. Like I don't know. I truly believe that like if my daughter, if I never had her, I don't know if I would have pushed myself as much as I do,
Mm,
so she's a big
mm-hmm,
part of that. And yeah, listen, New York is tough. There's not a lot of Latinas that are working in this market, in this
mm,
high end market, unfortunately. Um,
mm,
so you have to hold yourself accountable and you have to be more professional than anyone else. You have to, you just kind of have to learn, not, it's not about fitting in. I wouldn't say it's fitting in because um I think that's the wrong way to put it, but you just have to be on your best behavior at all times, and you have to like outwork. That's what it is. You have to outwork the people
mm,
that are already here, I guess, in a sense. You have to like really work hard, put your best foot forward, be sharp, always be knowledgeable, and
mm-hmm,
most importantly is just show up. I think that's the most
mm-hmm,
important thing. And I think in the beginning, when I first joined this company, I felt a little alone. But the more I've been here and the longer I've been with Douglas Elliman, the more I feel like I belong and it is a family. And people are so loving and welcoming, and people are always, super supportive. So it's nice to see that. And sometimes I'm walking in the hallway and I hear people speaking Spanish. I'm like, oh, there's someone else that's, so it's nice. It starts to feel like, it may feel like there's not many of us, but there actually are a good number of us in this market. So,
yeah, I was thinking about that, like, cause I was curious. I'm like, I wonder if it's common over there because, like I said, I haven't been to New York yet, but I've been on the East Coast. Well, kind of. I don't know, Georgia, Tennessee, and Florida is where I've been going a lot last year,
mhm.
and there's Latins everywhere, and I
Yeah.
love it. And it's amazing because apparently they don't have any Mexicans over there. When I show up, they're like, "What are you?"
Really?
It's so funny. Yes, they don't have like especially Florida. They're like, "We don't get Mexicans here." So
I'm thinking, oh yeah, no, because it's mostly like Latin America, right? Like
yes,
Colombians or
hmm
Venezuelans or
yes,
yeah.
yeah,
Hmm.
exactly. So I was like, I am curious, like because here I'll tell you, South OC luxury real estate. I don't know another Latin woman that's killing it in my market. Like, so I was like, I wonder if that's the same case for you. But
Hmm.
yeah, it's not as common over there.
So I think that it's not as there's not many of us, but there are a good number. And
Mm-hmm.
and
Yeah.
and it's interesting because sometimes like you don't know it because the last name will be something else, but then you speak to them and it ends up like that person is a Latina, but she's just married, so her last name is different. Or
Mm.
so yeah, so it's actually been nice to see that this company, Douglas Elliman, is a
Mm-hmm.
little bit more diverse than
Okay.
what I thought
Mm-hmm.
at the beginning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm curious, what happened to baby daddy?
Oh my God, that's a long story. Girl, we might need a whole nother podcast for that one. That is a
You can
long story.
I'm sorry if that was too personal,
No,
but you
no,
know,
it's fine. I was not ready for it. So let me think, where do we start? No, so
little curveball.
yeah, no, my daughter's father was my high school sweetheart in a sense, I guess. And we separated when my daughter was about like 2 or 3. He was incarcerated for a long time. He's home now, but that's it. Like, I don't really have much communication with him. My daughter
Mhm.
communicates with him. She does spend time with him, but like, we have never really we had a healthy relationship, a little, I guess, I don't know, randomly, but it just, I have tried my best and it
Mhm.
just never works out. So I let my
Mhm.
daughter, talk to him. I have an amazing boyfriend who actually has been managing the communication. So that's that kind of.
Between you and the father?
Well, he's the one that like when her father picks her up, like my boyfriend walks her out, helps her with her bags,
Oh.
makes sure she's good with her dad. Like my boyfriend, he's the best. Like he has really been amazing, and he treats her like a princess, like, and he made sure to introduce himself to her father because he's there. Like my boyfriend's the one that's like taking her to practice, picking her up from practice, bringing her, her lunch at school. Like if I can't take my daughter to her doctor's appointments, my daughter's taking her to, I'm sorry, my boyfriend is taking her to the doctor's appointment.
Mhm.
So I think that,
Oh.
yeah, I think it was important. I don't know. It was important for him to like establish a relationship with her father and let her father know that like she's safe and she's with someone
Mm.
that, he can trust. So
That's good. The the show didn't show your boyfriend. Uh
no, I started dating him actually. We met in May and we started dating in June. We ended filming in
oh.
August. So
Oh.
he was not a part of it.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay.
But everything,
Yeah. Okay.
yeah, we moved. So I actually have not lived with a man since my daughter's father when I was like 19 years old. This is the first
Mhm.
time that I'm living with someone again in 14 years. So
Oh, okay. Got it.
yeah, this is all new for us.
Gotcha.
Kind of like,
Okay. That makes sense.
yeah.
Or you just kept him off the show. You're like, "Nah."
Honestly, I've been thinking about it. I'm like, oh my God, like he's so great. I'm afraid to bring him on. Like, God willing, there's a season 2, and if they want to, I don't know. He's one of those things, that one of those people that you want to like protect.
Mhm.
So I
Yeah, I
don't
get that.
know. We'll see.
Yeah. One season I was dating someone and they asked me if to have him on the show and I said absolutely not. But I
Yeah.
think it's because I knew like it's probably not going to last. So I didn't want that. I didn't want to give him that exposure.
Yeah. Yeah. That's another way to think about it.
Yeah.
I don't know because, like, I mean, have you filmed with? Yeah, you filmed with people on the show who are like with like they have their significant other on the show also, right?
Oh, yeah. Other castmates have. I
Other
haven't, no.
castmates.
Yeah. Yeah.
How like I'm curious to know how that is like filming with. I don't know.
Like a boyfriend, not a husband.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what goes through their minds if they do decide, but unless it's just for fun and entertainment.
Yeah. No,
So, but
unless
I wouldn't unless I know it's gonna last or it's my husband. Like I wouldn't.
yeah.
But
Well,
that's me.
I
Like I'm
do
different.
feel like this is my husband, and I've never said that ever in my life. But that's even more why like I'm afraid to like expose him to that.
Uh-huh.
You
Yeah.
know? No, I'm
Oh,
really like
you heard it here first, folks. Oh, watch, you're gonna get married and
I'm,
be like, I knew it first.
we're gonna play this clip at the wedding. Like I knew it.
So good. I love that.
When you know,
Oh,
you
that's so
know.
sweet.
So yeah.
That's amazing. So as you know, my show is called Pain to Power.
Yeah.
And I think we're doing good on time. You guys, how much time do we have? Oh, okay, great. And it's basically a show of people's stories and how the hardest and darkest things that they've gone through and overcoming those hardships and adversities. What would you say was the probably the hardest thing you've gone through? What was that, and how were you able to get yourself out of that?
Um, okay, let's think. Let me think. The hardest thing I've ever gone through in my life was, I mean, there's two things, right? I think number one is losing my mom. I lost her when I was 15. She passed away when I was 15. That was extremely difficult, extremely
Mm,
difficult. Um, obviously, everyone needs their mom, right? So it's really hard moving in with I was already living with my dad, but just like being completely with him all the time. And my dad's great, but we bumped heads a lot, me and my dad.
mm,
Um, that was difficult. And I think that I healed eventually. It's something that you don't ever fully heal from when you lose a parent, especially a parent that you're super close to. But I
mm-hmm,
think you kind of just learn how to adapt, and you learn that they're always with you. There's been many moments in my life where I've felt my mom with me, and I've
mm-hmm,
felt that like she's protected me or she's looked after me. So that's that. And then definitely, being 19 and having my daughter, and I was in Arizona by myself with her father. That was difficult.
Oh, I didn't know the age. So you were a teen mom.
Yeah,
Wow.
I was 19 when I had her. I was in
Yeah.
college. And I was all the way in Arizona with like no family, just my daughter's father. So that was super hard. Looking back, I'm like, wow, how did I do that? Like, even now at 34, I'm like, oh my God, how do I even take care of a baby? I don't know if I could. Like, how do I do this again? Like,
Oh, wow. So you want more kids?
I do want more kids. I do.
Yeah.
Yeah, at least two.
Wow.
Two more. Do you?
Look at your life now. I do. I do. I'm not gonna let age used to bother me, but I'm not gonna let it bother me anymore. If God wants us to have more kids, then He will make it happen. But I also want to make sure, Lord, that I'm not gonna be 95 having a child. So please don't do that to me.
No,
Oh, uh,
I'm sure you will find someone. And it's always when you least expect it. Like it's literally when you least
I
expect it.
he- I hear that every single time, and I'm
Yep.
still just not
Listen,
expecting anything. But like, come on.
yeah, I wasn't looking for one at all. I didn't want one. It was like the furthest thing. I have always been someone that I'm like, I care about my career, my daughter, my family. Like a man is the last thing on my mind. I used to always say that.
Mm,
And even in the beginning of my relationship, like I used to have conversations with my boyfriend before he was my boyfriend where I'm like, man is like the last thing on my mind. He's like, how could you say that? We're like sitting here on a date and you're telling me a man is the last thing on your mind. I'm like, it's the truth. Like, I just want to take care of my family. Like, I have things to do. And I feel like I used to
mm,
feel like men slow you down, like they slow you
mm,
down. But I
mm,
was wrong. It's the wrong kind of man that will slow you down. The
mhm,
right man will uplift you, he'll empower you. He will actually help you get to where you're going quicker than you ever thought.
mm.
It's so
Yeah.
I had it all wrong, but it was because, I had never been in a position where I was with a man who like fully supported me. I was always with someone who was like holding me back a little bit, afraid to lose me,
Mm,
a little jealous, a little, like, and
mhm.
so yeah, and I was walking to the bank and I just like met this man and I was like, "Oh my God, this guy's
Literally?
literally
Oh,
literally."
walking to the bank. Okay.
I was walking to the bank and I ran into like my cousin and she's standing outside of this restaurant that was opening a brand new like Italian steakhouse next to the bank.
Uh-huh.
And she's standing there with the owner of the restaurant. And I run into my cousin as I'm walking to the bank. She's like, "Oh my God," we're talking. This guy comes walking out of the restaurant, and I look at my cousin. I'm like, "Who is that?" I'm like, "What is that? Oh my God." She's like, "Girl, oh my God." She's like, "I can't believe I never told you about him." She's like, "And he's Cuban." I'm like, "He's Cuban? I have not dated
Oh,
a Cuban man since forever."
she was holding out.
She was holding out. I'm like, I cannot believe you. And it's funny because me and
Oh
my
my.
boyfriend, we asked her that question. We're like, why did you never introduce us? Like,
Oh, that is so funny. Oh
yeah.
my gosh.
Anyway,
So, okay, well, good to know. But it's no, I'm really happy for you. You deserve it. Your daughter deserves it.
thank you. Thank
And I really do pray that you guys last and get married and then we can show this video at your wedding and I
you.
will be there.
Yes.
um so we're going to wrap it up pretty soon, but one last thing I wanted to touch on that really like made me gravitate towards you is that you are a woman of faith. And I think that's so important, of obviously the number one most important thing.
Absolutely.
But I just want you to kind of like touch on that. Did you grow up as a Christian? Is your walk newer? Like tell me more about that side of your
Sure.
life.
Yeah, I would love to. So so my family grew up very Catholic, but when I was young, maybe I was like 8 or 9, we had a neighbor who used to go to a Christian church, and she invited me and my brother, and we started going to this Christian church, but I was always kind of like in and out of church. I was
Mm,
never really someone who like studied the Bible and really like lived in my faith. So I think
mm,
it's a newer walk for me, for sure. And my daughter has helped me to get closer to God. She loves it. She loves it. And she is led by her faith all the way. And my boyfriend, too. My boyfriend is like a man of God. He's always been super Christian. Yes. And so it's really beautiful. Actually, the first time he told me he loved me was at church. And it was like the
oh,
first time we had gone to church together. And he just like looked over
oh,
and told me, yeah. So, yeah, and I feel so much stronger, and just everything in my life has changed since I decided to walk in my faith and to really, I sit at home sometimes and we listen to, if I can't make it to church, I'll tune in live, or on a random Tuesday I'll just throw one of the sermons on, and I listen, and it really has everything to, I think, especially today, the time that we're living in this modern world, like we need Jesus more than ever.
yep.
We need him more than ever. We are living in crazy times.
Mm, yes,
Yeah.
absolutely. I love that you shared that. And, after like being more involved in your faith, and especially when you're new, it does take time. It's building that relationship with God. You're not going to all of a sudden be saved and perfect and you're not going to sin. Like it's
Right.
not, that's not how it works. This is really important for everyone to hear, because when people are newer in their faith or they're newer to the walk, the journey towards or building that relationship with God, people think that like they have to be like perfect and not make any mistakes, and then they start feeling guilty or shameful because they messed up, or things like that. But it is a process. It takes time. But that's the beautiful part of it, right? So you just said right now, like your life has been just elevating, and it's putting that trust in God and knowing that he has you and you have a favor over you, and God put you on this platform for a reason, and to tell your story. You've been through it, and now you're here to help other, you know specifically single moms, women or women in general that are making it in as entrepreneurs in the real estate industry, you already are a huge inspiration. And I do pray that you guys get season 2, Avi.
Thank
But
you.
if you don't, whatever, you are who you are, and he put you
Exactly.
on this platform, and now you have that reach, and you could inspire, motivate, and help other women, and I love that so much for you, and I just honestly cannot wait to see what God has in store for you, because
Thank you so
you
much.
are
Thank
just
you.
starting and you're going to go so far, and I'm just so excited for you. I truly am.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. I really do. It's been great to hear and to talk to you, and I love that, we share the same faith in God, and I loved seeing that too on your page, because prior to, Instagram, like following you and looking on your page, I didn't know any of that. So when I started to look at
Mm,
your page, I'm like, wow, like I love this woman. Like I love everything that she resembles and embodies, and like, so it's really nice
mm,
to see that. And you're right. Like I think it's our duty to amplify the love of God, and to let people know that, it doesn't matter how broken you are. It doesn't matter how many times you make mistakes. God, he is the greatest God of all, and he forgives all, and as long as
mm.
you believe in him and you have faith, he will make it right. So,
Yes. Amen. Amen. And I am glad that you brought that up, because on the show, that was before Jesus.
mhm.
When we were done filming, I became a believer.
Wow.
So, ooh,
So when
off camera, I'll
okay.
say something, but I can't
Okay.
say it right now. But
Okay.
um, so my point in bringing that up is people are going to see the transformation. People already see that when they go on my page. They're like, wait a minute, what happened to
Yeah.
Kayla? Jesus is what happened.
Mhm.
And um, there's, like I said, there's a reason why you're here. He brought you here for a reason. So seeing season 1 and hopefully 2 and 3 and 4 and 5, they will see the transformation. They'll see the growth. They'll
Right.
see, and then, you know what I mean? And like you said, this world definitely needs God, right? Ugh, more than ever. And I saw something, their Bible sales are the highest it's ever been in
I
history.
saw that too. I saw that.
So
Yeah.
it's the truth. It's the truth.
I mean, listen,
But
people go to God when they're the most broken, and this world is broken, honey. It is.
mm,
So many people are
mm,
going through it all over the world. It's not
yeah.
just in this country, it's everywhere. It's everywhere.
Yes.
So I'm not surprised
Yes.
that Bible sales are the highest they've been in many years.
Yeah. Yeah. That's so good. Okay, I have 2 last questions for you.
Okay.
One, uh what is next for you? What is next for Giselle? What's happening?
There's so many things happening. We are working on so many different things. So Eleanor and I are working on expanding our team over in New Jersey. So we're
That's
doing
amazing.
that. So that's
That's
exciting. We
awesome.
have a lot of we have a lot of people that have been reaching out, and so we're, taking it one step at a time, but that's definitely happening. And we're starting to put out merch. We're just trying to really like amplify the team, the business, and I want to write a book. There's so many things that are happening. So it's been very busy. We've been like swamped because we're working on so many different projects.
Mhm.
And obviously, hopefully, season 2 is next.
Okay, hold on. Exclusive. You only heard it here first, guys. Wait, what are you writing on in your book? Is it like your testimony? Like, what is it?
Okay, so I have so many different ideas. But the very first book, I'm actually going to laugh because the first one is really not that deep, but it's funny. And I think it's going to do great. I'm going to write a pocket book, and it's going to be Real Estate Luxury Verbiage 101. And Steve and Justin inspired this because they were laughing at me because I didn't know what a pot filler was.
That is
Okay,
so
cool.
good.
And you know how many people reached out to me and they're like, I didn't know what a pot filler was. I'm like, you know what? I'm going to write a book. I'm going to teach people about this kind of, like people should know about these things. We don't
Oh
all
my
grow up in
gosh.
luxury. Like, not everybody knows what a pot filler is.
Yeah,
So,
exactly. Oh, that's so good. Oh my
yeah.
gosh.
So that's the
Uh,
first. And then I have a couple others I want to do also.
okay. All
Yeah.
right. Well, I'm excited for that. You definitely have to come back on the show once all that goes down.
Yes, for sure.
Um, and I ask all my guests this. In your definition, what does pain to power mean to you?
Oh, that's a good question. I think pain to power means taking all of that built up pain, aggression, anger, whatever it may be that you're feeling, and using it for a greater purpose. I think that a lot of people in this world have experienced things and have become victims, unfortunately, of whether it's their environments or their circumstances. And I think the most powerful thing and the best thing that you can do is to take that and use it to become a story of success, or at the bare minimum to empower other people. I think that
Yeah.
the purpose of life is not necessarily what you can do for yourself, but it's what you can do for others. And I think that that's what pain to power means to me.
Amen to that. That was beautiful. All right, you guys. Well, thank you so much for coming on the show and your time. I'm sure that was your phone blowing up, so I'm
Oh,
gonna
is
let
that
you go.
my phone? Actually, sorry.
I think that was your phone. Yep. Well, thank you again so much. You guys, if you loved this episode just as much as I did, please do not forget to like, share, comment, subscribe, and I will see you at the next one.